On the news, 19 northern Nigeria governors convene emergency meeting to tackle escalating security crisis. World Food Programme projects that over 35 million Nigerians will suffer unprecedented hunger in 2026 due to insurgency. The British Ministry of Justice rejects Nigeria's request for deportation of former Deputy Senate President Ike Ekweremadu. In addition, we have the exchange rate and weather report. Stand by now for the details.
Welcome to the news on the hour on Providence Television International. I am Ugbebo Ikekwa. The 19 northern governors have scheduled an emergency meeting slated for November 29, 2025 in response to the escalating security crisis in the region. The meeting, which is to take place in Kaduna State, was confirmed by the Senior Special Assistant to Governor Abdullahi Sule of Nasarawa State, Peter Ahemba, who stated that the governors during the meeting are expected to deliberate on concrete steps to address the rising wave of kidnapping, banditry, and other forms of security threats in northern Nigeria. In recent times, the northern region has witnessed an increase in attacks on educational institutions, prompting several state governments to temporarily close schools. In a related development, Southwest governors held a meeting on Monday at the Oyo State Governor's Office, Ibadan, and resolved that the immediate creation of state police will address the growing incidents of bandit attacks. On Monday, November 17, 2025, armed bandits raided the government girls' comprehensive secondary school in Maruga, Kebbi State, abducting at least 24 schoolgirls and killing the vice principal. A few days later, gunmen attacked St. Mary's Catholic Primary and Secondary Schools in Papiri, Niger State, where they seized over 300 students and staff. The Lagos State Commissioner of Police, Olundare Jimoh, on Monday disclosed that the command has intensified deployments to schools, worship centers, and other public places to prevent security breaches. Addressing newsmen at the command headquarters, Ikeja, the commissioner assured residents that the state remains safe, stressing that additional deployments will be carried out throughout the ember months into the new year. He further stated that efforts are ongoing to increase the police tactical squad across local government councils in the state. The United Nations Agency, the World Food Programme, has stated that resurgent jihadist attacks, banditry, kidnappings, and instability in northern Nigeria are pushing hunger to unprecedented levels, with thousands facing famine-like conditions. In a statement on Tuesday, 25th November 2025, the agency disclosed that nearly 35 million people in northern Nigeria are to face severe food insecurity during the 2026 lean season, which stretches from May to September. Besides Boko Haram jihadists in the northeast, Nigeria also suffers violence led by bandit gangs which raid villages, kill people, and kidnap for ransom. Pope Leo XIV has emphasized the importance of turning to God in times of conflict, stating that hope in God is strengthening and never disappoints. The pontiff disclosed this on Monday while addressing a delegation of Christian pilgrims from Latvia, 100 years since the first official pilgrimage from the country to Rome. Among the pilgrims was the Prime Minister of Latvia, Vika Silina, who has served as Prime Minister since 2023. The Pope expressed his gratitude for the deepening relations between the Vatican and Latvia and thanked the Latvian Prime Minister for her presence at the audience. The British government has turned down a request by Nigeria to deport former Deputy Senate President Ike Ekweremadu, who is serving a prison term in the United Kingdom for organ trafficking. Ekweremadu was jailed for 9 years and 8 months in 2023 after a UK count found him, his wife Beatrice, and a medical doctor Obinna Obeta guilty of conspiring to exploit a young Nigerian man for his kidney. The kidney was intended for his daughter, Sonia. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Yusuf Tuga, led a delegation which met officials at the UK Ministry of Justice last week to request that the ex-Nigerian legislator be transferred home to serve the remainder of his sentence. The request was, however, turned down by the Ministry of Justice over concerns that Nigeria could not guarantee that Ekweremadu will continue serving his sentence if returned to Nigeria. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has officially registered as a member of the African Democratic Congress ahead of the 2027 general elections. The registration took place on Monday, 24th November 2025, following Atiku's announcement to ADC supporters and stakeholders in Adamawa State. Reacting to Atiku's defection to the ADC from the PDP, Senator Adams Oshomole, the former national chairman of the All Progressives Congress and lawmaker representing Edo North, stated that Atiku's inability to stabilize the People's Democratic Party disqualifies him from claiming he can govern Nigeria. Atiku's recent move to the ADC follows his resignation from the PDP in July after prolonged internal crisis within the party. The Edo State Special Security Squad has taken 2 kidnappers into custody in Egbai community of Ovia Northeast local government area. In a statement issued on Sunday by the Chief Press Secretary to Governor Monday Okpewolu, Fred Itwa, it was disclosed that the officers also pulled down a building used as the criminals' base of operations. The arrests were carried out on Saturday, November 22nd, following a period of high-level intelligence-driven surveillance. Upon being paraded, the kidnappers admitted to participating in the abduction of one Blessing Nosa, whose release was secured after a ransom of 30 million naira was paid. The 2026 World Cup is just around the corner, but some of the world's best footballers will not be present at the Mondial. The following 11 top players have failed to qualify with their national teams, dashing their dreams of competing in the world's biggest football event. We'll be started with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang from Gabon with 68 goals in the English Premier League, and he also won the Golden Boot and was one-time captain of Arsenal. Victor Osimhen of Nigeria plays for Galatasaray. He will also be missing the World Cup. Vangelis Pavlidis of Greece plays for Benfica and is presently valued at 100 million euros. Kavicha Kvaratskhelia of Georgia plays for Paris Saint-Germain. Brian Mbeumo of Cameroon plays for Manchester United. Dominic Szoboszlai of Hungary plays for Liverpool, while Carlos Baleba, a Cameroonian, plays for Brighton. Nikolai Milenkovic, a Serbian, plays for Nottingham Forest, and John Aramburu of Venezuela presently plays for Real Sociedad. Milos Kached of Hungary plays for Bournemouth, while Jan Oblak of Slovenia is presently the number 1 keeper for Atletico Madrid. Quite a pity that those stars will be missing the World Cup. And 2 Paralympics, Nigeria and Egypt reaffirmed their continental dominance, winning multiple gold medals at the 2025 International Table Tennis Federation Africa Para Championships in Giza, Egypt, securing their 2026 World Championships in Bangkok, Thailand. The championships, which brought together top competitors from across Africa, including host nation Egypt, included Nigeria, Algeria, Cameroon, and Ivory Coast. The tournament also served as a qualifier to the 2026 World Championships in Thailand. Nigeria finished with 6 gold medals, while Egypt came second with 5 gold medals. And to the weather report. The weather forecast for Wednesday, 26th November 2025. In Abuja, it will be sunny with a temperature of 34 degrees Celsius. In Lagos and Benin, also Port Harcourt, we will be having scattered thunderstorms with temperatures of 31 degrees Celsius in Lagos, a temperature of 32 degrees Celsius Benin, and in Port Harcourt, temperatures of 30 degrees Celsius will be recorded. In Kaduna and Sokoto, it will be sunny with a temperature of 32 degrees Celsius in Kaduna and 34 degrees Celsius in Sokoto, while in Nugu, it will be partly sunny with a temperature of 33 degrees Celsius. And in Washington, it will be cloudy with a temperature of 11 degrees Celsius, quite cold. In London, Rome, and Paris, light rain will be experienced with temperatures of 14 degrees Celsius in London, in Rome, 16 degrees Celsius, and in Paris, 17 degrees Celsius, while in Johannesburg, it will be partly sunny with a temperature of 24 degrees Celsius. And to the exchange rates, 1 United States dollar is equivalent in naira is 1,467. 1 euro, 1,697. 1 British pound, 1,934. The Canadian dollar presently stands at 1,040 naira, while the Australian dollar presently stands at 946 naira. And that's the news on the hour on Providence Television International. Thanks for watching. Please stay tuned.